Hello Internet, my name's Lave and this week I watched Inferno, which is the latest film adaptation of Dan the Da Vinci Code Brown's book, which is directed by Ron Howard, who also directed the other film adaptations, The Da Vinci Code, which is one of the rare occasions where I've actually read the book before I watched the film. And to be fair, I thought it was a good adaptation. Angels and Demons, on the other hand, not so much. This one, on the other hand, not so much. Yeah, this one didn't really float my boat either. So Tom Hanks is back as symbologist Robert Langdon. This time around he awakes in a Florence hospital with no memory of how he got there and some really selective amnesia. He can't remember what's happened over the past couple of days, and for some reason he can't remember what coffee is either. Yeah, I don't know, it's weird. He's also having apocalyptic visions of hell on earth which he can't explain, and it also appears that he's being chased by multiple people. In true Dan Brown fashion, one set of people are from a secret organisation, the other set of people are from the World Health Organization, who seem to be like the CIA in this. They're all trying to track down a virus which has the capacity to wipe out half of the population of the Earth, and Robert Langdon is somehow involved in it, but he can't remember why, so he gets help from the doctor that was helping him recover, played by Felicity Jones. So they embark on this journey to unravel the clues left behind by Bertrand Zorbis, played by Ben Foster, who was an eccentric billionaire who created the virus and left multiple clues as to where it is located in the event of his death. Now we have our movie. So it would appear that Ron Howard has listened to the criticisms of his other Dan Brown film adaptations, in that a lot of people thought that they were a bit boring. I wouldn't necessarily agree with that, but this one is definitely more action focused. It's essentially one shaky cam chase sequence after another as Langdon and Sienna go from location to location, discovering clue after clue, and to be honest, it just gets a bit wearisome. They're definitely going for the Paul Greengrass, Jason Bourne globe-trotting style, but imagine that just without Jason Bourne, and that's pretty much this film. Some of the action chase sequences just tonally felt a bit off. For example, there's a drone sequence where it's chasing Langdon and Sienna through a garden, and the final showdown has Langdon getting involved in fisticuffs. Irrfan Khan's character also is in the mix, getting involved in the fights, and has got an Assassin's Creed-like blade. I was just like, what? Considering these films are meant to be smart thrillers, I found myself saying, that's dumb, on a number of occasions throughout this film. Don't get me wrong, Dan Brown's trademarks are there. You've got the code breaking and the clues hidden in the Renaissance paintings. They're all present and correct and are interesting. I'm not questioning his ability to create exciting fiction from factual locations and objects and art, but the overall plot is so stupid and unbelievable. It all hinges on the fact that Langdon and yourselves, the audience, don't know who to trust, but it's also really predictable with regards to one particular character and so convoluted with regards to the rest of the characters that Irrfan Khan's character literally has to explain to you and to Robert Langdon who everyone is and what they're doing. And at that point the film just completely lost me, and I just thought, oh, I've had enough. Performance wise, no one really stood out for me. The only other positive thing that I can say about this film is that there are some really good visually arresting shots, particularly of Vienna, and I also really liked the hallucination scenes when Robert Langdon is seeing hell on earth. I thought they were cool. But other than that, I didn't take much else from this film, and I was looking forward to it finishing. It felt like a long 2 hours. So that's my thoughts on Inferno, and pause the video if you want to take a closer look at my enjoyment tracker now. So obviously I'm not the biggest fan of this film. I don't think it's terrible. I didn't find it offensive. I just found it quite boring. I think if you're a fan of the other two films, then you might find elements of this that you might like, but it definitely doesn't feel as smart as them. The last thing that I will say about this film, some might consider to be a mild spoiler, and trust me, it's a very mild spoiler, but if you want to stop watching now. So in the final set piece of this film, you've got the good guys and the bad guys all closing in on the final location of the virus, which is contained in a plastic bag. The bad guys are all running around this location, throwing down charges in the hope that the explosion will split the bag and release the virus, when all they really needed to do was track down the location of the bag and do this. Alright, it's a bit hard. I win. Stupid. So thanks very much for watching my review of Inferno. I really do appreciate it. If you can, give the video a like and don't forget to share the Lave. Subscribe.